Race number 6 is the feature race at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. It's the Korea Racing Authority Trophy. It's a Class 3 over the 1,000 metres, headed by Dragon General. Blinkers come off, he drops back into Class 3. Dances with Dragon gets the blinkers on. Lost his jockey at the start last time out. Breeder Star, a last start winner, that was over the 1,200 metres here. Money Boy, runner-up at Sharton on his last start. He's won 2 of his 17 starts so far this season. Beauty Time makes his Hong Kong debut. Dragon Pioneer gets the blinkers off and the hood on. Happy Corporation's got a wide gate and down to Very Rich Man, who gets into Class 3 for the first time. Now we've made our way across to the touchscreen to have a look at the speed map with this one, Brett, and it looks like over the 1,000 metres you get a chance wherever you draw, but Dragon Pioneer will probably trying to assume front-running role from barrier 5.
It potentially could be what happens, Andrew. It's quite an interesting race, this, the feature, because it's a 60 to 85 rating span, which means that the top 4 in numerical order are actually Class 2 gallopers, but they get into this race because of that situation. Fortune Bobo, as we know, is a genuine front-running type. Get the feeling Paul's going to talk about this horse, Happy Cooperation. We haven't seen a great deal of him this season, but a recent trial from him showed some pace. Then he was sort of eased back. Money Boy, goodness me, I think he's the most raced horse, but he's such a consistent animal and he's got a good barrier, so he can posse up. Very Rich Man's a horse that got pace. He's been off the scene for a while. He's had some knee problems. Whether he can match it early with Dragon Pioneer, Fortune Bobo, questionable. I didn't like him myself, but it's 1,000 metres. They'll go fast enough, and the newcomer, I think, will be outpaced early.
That's Beauty Time. All speed here then, Paul. What have you seen?
Well, we'll have a look at Breeder Star, because he's a last start winner and he did win nicely enough. And as you can see here, he's come out of that race with no issues whatsoever and does really stretch out nicely. Now, he's got a barrier draw of 10, which is going to make it a little bit difficult for him. But he's doing it OK. There's no problems with him. He's not the biggest horse. I thought I'd show you the first starter, Beauty Time. Here he is now. He's had 4 trials, never been to... none at Happy Valley, though. That's a question mark for me. He's £1,099. Tongue-tie goes on for his debut run. And I thought I'd show Very Rich Man. He seems to be over those knee issues that he has had, but he's really light in condition. He's dropped quite a lot of weight, this horse, and that was a little bit of a concern. So I thought I'd highlight that. Yeah,
Jenny's report will be interesting because he's had no trial either. Very Rich Man.
All right, we'll keep an eye on him. Let's start off with Dragon General. So still rated as a Class 2 horse. He's running here in Class 3. And this was a good run on the all-weather behind pick number 1.
He can really belt home this horse. I thought for a fleeting moment he might be a chance of winning this, but pick number 1 just kept up a strong gallop, and then Calculation ran second, and his performance on the all-weather prior to this was outstanding. So this reads pretty well for Dragon General. Because of the rating span, he's managed to sneak into a Class 3 where he has won 4 races, so he's hard to overlook.
Yeah, he's been placed twice at Happy Valley from his 10 starts, but he's going well at the moment, so I found a spot for him.
All right, OK, that's Dragon General. Breeder Star is another one of those horses that Brett was talking about. It's actually Class 2 eligible, and this was a last start win for him. Yeah,
nice ride here from Caristine, put him in exactly the right spot. Had the race run to suit, but did win off nicely. Now he's back to 1,000 metres with a barrier of 10. I think he just got a little bit lost from out there. I think he could get a little bit lost from out there, so I didn't put him in the end.
He was 4th behind Charity Glory, 4 back from a wide gate running on. He had all the favours there from a good barrier. You've got to cull them somehow, and I'm a bit like Paul. I think, you know, the wide barrier again makes it tough, but he's a winner without penalty, effectively.
All right, OK. Now, Dances with Dragon reared up in the gates last time out and left Joe Moreira standing there. Went round loose, so he's been back to the trials. How's he look?
He hasn't looked too bad. I thought this trial was OK. It was just pushed out a little bit at the end of the 1,200 metres, but he is over 1,000 on the turf. Cheek pieces come off, the blinkers go on. He's dropped a little bit of weight going into this. He's by Severby out of a Galileo mare, so you wouldn't have thought the 1,000 would suit him at all, but he has shown a little bit of pace in some of his trials. I got him in on a minor line because I think he's got the ability there.
Yeah, unfortunately for him and Connections, I think the wheels have fallen off. He's been gelded as well since that issue that he had at the Valley last start. He's had a lameness problem too the day after. We know he's got talent. We saw that overseas. We saw it on debut first up, but the preparation's gone really wrong for him, hasn't it? Might be having to go back to the starting blocks with him.
All right, and this is Beauty Time, the first starter.
Yeah, I don't think he's quite ready, Beauty Time. He's had the 4 trials. He's 1,099. Just going back to Dances with Dragon, sorry, he's dropped 71 pounds, not 7 pounds, and 71 pounds is because of that gelding, and a lot of, but it's a lot more weight than normal.
Yeah, he's a talented horse, but you know, it just hasn't gone right for him. So maybe you know, he could be a next season horse. And that horse there, Beauty Times, had some chronic orthopaedic issues as well, which I'm sure Jenny will be able to highlight when we look at him in the paddock. But form in Australia was okay, but not for me here.
He's won 2 or 3, including a race at Moonee Valley as well. But we move on, Paul. Who wins this then, the feature? I'm
going to go wide in this. I think this is wide open, this race. So Happy Corporation comes in. He's getting down to a winnable rating now, and he's going to be a big price. What's he, $23 this stage? I think he'll actually lead from barrier 11. They'll push him out and get him to the front. Now, he did show some pace in some trials. He's won off 62 and he's rated 65 now. So he's not far away from a winning result, and he's had that nice freshen up of a couple of months, and he did win off that a couple of seasons ago under a same type of preparation. So he's on top to beat Dances with Dragons in there for second. Put Money Boy in there for third. Now, Money Boy is a horse that's doing it really nicely at the moment. And look, he's had the 17 starts. He's going well. And the Dragon General in there for 4. So I went 10, 2, 5, 1. And my play, I'd be going 10 each way.
I came back to Money Boy. He's just drawn a gate here. He was second away from Vinny last start. He won 4 back over Moment of Power. He's got no fitness issues, and I think from barrier 1 with less weight on his back as opposed to what he carried last start, he's as good a chance as any. Dragon General on the ratings has got the biggest engine. Happy Cooperation, I'm like Paul, I think this is an interesting runner, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's specced in the betting. And Dances with Dragon, again, he's got a big engine, we know that, but just 1650 back to 1,000, all these things that have gone wrong. I'm just going to play him safe because of his potential. But I'll bank of the 5 in a trio and throw in the 1, 2, 8. I'm going to throw in After Me as well, and 10. He's $5.90 After Me. He's very short.
He is, isn't he? All right, well, there we go. Yeah, Dragon General for me, 1-5, but I do like Dance to Dragons. Hopefully, or Dragon, hopefully it'll be an each-way price as well.